What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good morning and welcome to your daily Luna Classic update. We'll talk about the technicals in this video, of course, as we always do. We'll talk a little bit about the fundamentals as well, but there are not a lot of fundamental developments, to be honest. So there's not a lot we can talk about. I mean, we can talk about the road that Luna Classic has been on. I'll briefly do that, but most of you know my opinion on that, so it's I'll keep that to the end. We'll start with the technical part, obviously, which includes the fundamentals already in it, and then afterwards I'll talk a little bit about where I think TERRA Classic, the blockchain, is going and what I think of their policy right now. All right, so let's get right into it. The burn tax has stabilized again. Yesterday it was quite high, but that was just some increased on-chain activity, probably after the new year when we did not have a lot. So that's good, but it's not amazing. I think volume for Luna Classic is also dropping now, yeah, quite severely, and it's a drop of 35% in the volume, which is not necessarily bullish or bearish. I mean, this volume is still way higher than it's way higher than the average of the last month, I believe. If we can load that real quick. Yeah, it's still higher than what we did almost the entire month of December, but still it's pretty low. And why that is because, as you can see, we have been pretty stable and consolidating since yesterday. We're in this level between 16,200 and as a support 15,300. We're within that, and that's also what I expected. I expected us to consolidate a little bit within that, and then I mean from here, if you would, for example, have bullish fundamentals, if you would have a new good proposal, if there was some buzz around or some rumors around Coinbase again, then we could surely break above 16,200 and do something like this. I mean, this is realistic, this is possible, but because of the lack of fundamentals like that, and because I think that Luna Classic is also, I mean, if you zoom out, Luna Classic is still not doing amazing, right? So I think it's more likely, and that's also what I said yesterday, that we will drop down, that we will have a bearish breakout that will drop down below 15,300, which, as I said, is our support level right now. Drop down below that and start dropping down towards 14,500, and I also think down to 14,000. But that might take a while. I don't think it's going to be a crash like we had here. But still, I mean, as I said, it could be easily changed if we get bullish fundamentals. That's just something I want you to know at all times. I mean, I cannot always predict news coming out, right? That's because that's why it's called news. But I can give you some instructions on how to handle it and what will probably happen. But for now, because that's not coming, or at least not to our knowledge, I think it's more likely that we might actually stay in this consolidation for a little bit longer, but then I do think before the weekend starts that we will have had this bearish breakout and that we're dropping. And that, as I said, I mean, we're first going to drop down to 14,500, then down to 14,000. That might take a while. And at any point when this happens, just in general, the moment we get bullish fundamentals, and with bullish fundamentals I mean a proposal or rumors about either Coinbase or Binance, right? Binance doing a little bit more, even though that's very unlikely, but still, the moment that happens, this stops and we will go up. But for now, this is what I think will happen. Bearish breakout and then drop down to 14,500, and then from there I'll be back again. And just in general with Luna Classic, what I think about the trajectory of them is, I'm not a big fan of it. It's what they're trying to do, and what they have been trying to do ever since they reduced the burn tax from 1.2 to 0.2, is they're trying to revive the ecosystem. All right, and then you assume that the ecosystem, which has such a tainted name, can still be revived. And in my opinion, that's not possible. I don't think TERRA Classic can become the blockchain it once was. I definitely do not think it can become bigger than that. Now they assume that they can do that, and well, all right, let's go with them in that assumption. Well, then I think the first thing you would need to do is bring the Luna Classic price back to normal levels. And how do you bring the Luna Classic price back to normal levels? By burning the supply. I really think burning the supply is the only way forward for Luna Classic, and there's just I think most of the community agrees with that as well. But it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. And that's why overall, long term, I'm still bearish on Luna Classic. But yeah, that's my take on it. So if you do have any questions, as always, let me know. But for now, take care and bye.